Hello, welcome to the International English Language Testing System conducted in Mullik English Academy. My name is Anisha Tasin and I am a student of Mullik English Academy. The examiner code is S2202363 and the candidate code is S2202354. So before start this main test, I'll ask you some personal question. Are you ready?
Yes, I am. You can start.
Would you please tell me your full name?
My full name is Ahmad Tazwar, but you can call me Ahmad.
Okay, Ahna. Which class do you read in?
I'm in class 9 in Manipur High School and College.
Where do you come from?
I come from Barishal, but now I live in Dhaka.
How many family members do you have?
There are four family members in my family, including me, my mother, father, sister, and me. That's it. We have a very small family.
Yeah. What is your favorite hobby?
My favorite hobby is to read books. When I was a kid, I used to draw a lot of pictures a lot, but now I just read books.
Okay, let's move on to the main topic. This main topic is divided into three parts, and the first part is about newspaper and which magazines and newspaper do you read?
I read a different type of magazines and newspaper. But if you say daily reader, then I will say Kishore Alo. I buy a Kishore Alo magazine every month, and as for newspaper, I read Daily Star or Morning Star.
What kinds of article are you most interested in?
I'm interested in science or something about the world, everything, what is going on in the world, and how every country is, and new inventions of science or anything that is very advanced and technology stuff. Like I'm really interested about the world. I'm not really interested about my world or democratic worlds or I'm not interested in governmental stuff, but I'm more interested in science or advanced what are the advancements.
Um, have you ever read newspaper or a magazine in a foreign language?
Yes, actually, I always read a newspaper or magazine in foreign language. It is my hobby because if I read a magazine or newspaper in my language, it don't help me much. But if I read a magazine in foreign language, I can learn about the language and it will increase my experience about that language. And also, I am learning about the things that are in the newspaper or magazine. So I can get a lot of things by reading a foreign language newspaper, especially if it's an English magazine, or because English is a very necessary language and we all need to learn it in order to communicate in every countries in the world. So whenever I read a magazine or a newspaper, I just look for an English one other than my own language because that is not important.
Okay, this is the end of the part one. Let's move to the part two. In this part, I will give you a cue card. You will have to talk about 1 to 2 minutes about the topic, and you also have 1 minute think about what you are going to say. And I also give you a paper and a pen. If you want, you can make some. Here is your cue card. Here is your paper, and here is your pen. Your 1 minute time starts now. Okay. You can start.
Okay, it is a very interesting topic. It is about a restaurant I enjoyed going to. Well, the restaurant was situated in Dhaka, Mirpur. The restaurant name was Barbecue House, and I like barbecue a lot, so I phone go there. And I chose that restaurant because it is a new restaurant. But even if it is new, it has a lot of qualities. The food is very healthy, not very oily, and very clean, not messy. And also the place is not messy, unlike most other restaurants where the place is very messy, crowded, and unclean. But the place is very clean, and the people, the waiters are very friendly. The manager is very friendly, and the prices are also very low. So it is very good place to for every type of person. The food is cheap. Also, the qualities are high. so it's a win. And what type of food I ate is I ate barbecue. Of course, it is a restaurant of barbecues. At first, I had some water. Then I had some roti, bread, then with that I ate the barbecue, and the food was very delicious and also very cheap. I felt really good, and also the waiter was very good behaved, well behaved. His behavior was very nice. Also the sitting and the table, everything was very comfortable. So I feel really good eating in that restaurant. That's why I like the restaurant.
Okay, please put that. And the keypad. Okay, this is the end of the part two. Let's move part three. In this part, I will ask you some questions about restaurants. Why do you think people go to restaurant when they want to celebrate something?
Um, People like to celebrate something in restaurant because unlike you're trying to celebrate about any occasion in the house, you have to do a lot of things. You have to decorate the house, you have to also think about the taste of the person, you have to order food, you have to cook food. There is a lot of things. It's very difficult, and especially for those people who are very busy, like some people don't really have that much of time to decorate the house. So in case of those people, they just go to a restaurant and order food, and also the restaurant is already decorated, everything is clean and fine, and the food is already cooked and all you have to do is just order the food and get it. You don't really need to do a lot of things. So yeah, this is why they do it, but it also depends on the person. There are a lot of person who have a small family and don't work a lot, have a lot of free times. Those people just usually celebrate in home. So celebrating in the restaurant is for those sort of people who are very busy and don't have much time. So they just celebrate in restaurant because it saves time.
Which are more popular in your country, fast food restaurants or traditional restaurants? Why do you think that is?
Um, I would say that there is a lot of fast food restaurants in my country, but if you say which is most popular, then I will say traditional restaurant because our country is a country of tradition. We respect our tradition, we love our tradition. So, in order to respect the tradition and eat with and keep up with it, we just go to traditional restaurant. There is a lot of traditional restaurant, but yes, the number of fast food is indeed better more than traditional ones because there are not that much of traditional restaurant everywhere. But if you look for a fast food one, you can find any. There is everywhere there is a fast food restaurant. But still, the popularity of traditional restaurants are higher because everybody respects the tradition in our country. That's why.
Um, some people say that food in an expensive restaurant is always better than food in a cheap restaurant. Would you agree?
I agree and disagree because I think the quality of the food entirely depends on the restaurant itself. Because just like I said in part two, the restaurant food was very cheap, but indeed the food was very delicious and safe and healthy. Also, there are many places where the food is cheap, but food is not very good. But that doesn't make the fact that food in a rich, expensive restaurant is going to be very good. Like once I had experience in a very expensive and high quality restaurant, everything was high quality except the food because the food wasn't very good, but also the price was very high. So I think it depends on the restaurant itself whether the food will be good or not. So I don't agree or disagree. It depends on the restaurant.
Okay. Now I will ask some question about producing food. Do you think there will be a greater choice of food available in shops in the future, or will there be less choice?
I think the choices will increase, of course, because as time goes, we have more and more recipe food of our foods. We know a lot of food. Back then, the only thing everybody ate was rice and chicken or fish. But now, people in our country eat a lot of things. There is a lot of variety of foods. So, as time is increasing, the variety of food is increasing. And I think in the future, it will go on and there will be more choices and variety of food.
What effects has modern technology had on the way food is produced?
Modern technology affected the way food is produced very deeply because back then, when food was produced by normal people, no machine, no engine, nothing, no, just people in a house and just producing food. But thus, when the technology came, everything changed. Now people don't cook food in house and sell them out. Rather, they have their factory of their own, where they have their machine of their own. Everything is done by machine. Only few things are done by the people or by us.
How
So it is.
important is it for a country to be able to grow all the food is its need without importing any from other countries?
It is very necessary for a country for being able to produce food as much as it needs because it makes the country self-independent, which is very nice and something everybody would want because nobody really wants to take help from other countries. It also comes with a lot of consequences. But if you can make your own food, then you won't have any money crisis, food crisis, and there will be peace and prosperity. So I think it is a must for a country to produce food enough for its people, so it, people can be fed.
Okay, this is the end of the part 3 and your speaking test. Thank you for spending our most important time for this test. If you like this video, please subscribe.